Giveaway, you say? Oh, yeah. Figure Fight Club is the official giveaway channel of Action Figure YouTube.
Thank you, members, for the love you bring, for every shared story and the joy you sing. To our sponsors, your support's the key. Together we build this legacy. Collectors unite in this fight we thrive. Figure Fight Club, our passions alive. Yeah. Unboxings and battles, the thrill of every find. Trading tales and treasures.
Flash in the night. Join the Figure Fight Club, where legends ignite. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes drawn. Transforming more, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, we'll make our stand. From Megatron to Starscream, they're ready to fight. With every twist and turn, they light up the night. Collectors gather round, it's a sight to behold. With stories of valor and legends retold. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes and transforming more out, let's take a stand. In the ring of toys, they'll make our stand. So grab your figures, let's make some noise in the arena of action. We're all just toys. With every epic showdown, we'll cheer and we'll shout. In the Decepticast, there's no room for doubt. Decepticast, the battle's on. Action figures, heroes drawn. Transforming more out, let's take a stand.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome. It's Monday, January 26th. We are on episode 32. I guess I'd rather it be July with how cold it's been lately. Oh, what's the matter? Bring Anna in. She's like, I saw you like freaking out.
This is a great time for me to tell you I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Welcome to the show, Anna.
Welcome. Is everybody else not able to hear me, or is it just Anna? If anybody can hear me in the chat. Okay, well, Bobby says he can hear me.
Well, that's good. Wonder why I can't hear. That's strange.
Okay, well, I'm glad you guys can. I'm glad everybody can hear me, and I would just have to figure out why Anna can't hear me. But you're responding. How are you responding? You might have to log out and log back in. There we go. It's all about me, everybody. Ha ha ha! I did it on purpose. I know how to hack. Anna has gone deaf. I don't know. But before she comes back, I might as well thank everybody that's in the chat. Wait. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
I could hear the sound just fine, but I couldn't hear you. I don't know why.
That's so weird.
I know.
Sometimes, are you using the app or are you using like a PC?
I just use my tablet and I use the link you send me on the browser. So yeah, I don't install any sort of app.
Yeah, Streamlabs is being weird. I think they're preparing for another price increase, so they're like, oh, let's get some bugs, you know. Well,
very nice.
Before we get started, I'd like to say hello to everybody that's in the chat. Zaldron, Toyamic Displays, Jedi Ben, Suda Huba, Figure Fight Club, whoever that guy is. So thanks for joining. And we have any pickups, Anna?
I'm gonna save one thing for later because I want to talk about it more.
Okay.
But I am gonna quickly just talk about I've been slowly going through my box of Blocky's Wheels, right? We got a little Blocky's Wheels news tonight, so this will be relevant later. I finally got to my every box of Blocky's Wheels, right? You get one special figure. You get either a special Hot Rod or a special Optimus. So I got I think basically the least rare. The Lost Light Colors Hot Rod.
Nice.
Rodimus or whatever. Rodimus, I suppose. So it's pretty cool, right? Like it's a nice looking little car. It has been one of the very few I've had that has a wheel that doesn't roll freely. And that's a bummer since it's like the premium one, right? Like this wheel won't really roll if I just roll it across the floor on the other's wheel. So that's a bummer. But one of the things I was most excited for about these is the little pilots. You can't really fit correctly in them, so you have to kind of have them like roll into a ball. Oh, let's see if I can get the little guy out. Little person. Oh, there we go. So every box comes with one tiny pilot. Oops, I just two pieces them. There we go. There we go. So there's little teeny tiny pilot driver person. And yeah, you know, this was probably the thing I was most excited about Blocky's wheels, where they were making these weird little hologram pilots that are actually smaller than Diaclone pilots even. So it's very tiny. It's reasonably cool. It doesn't stay together particularly well. The waist pops apart. Kind of annoyingly. It's, you know, it's good enough. It was a little difficult to put together just because it's very, very small. And for some reason it comes with two chests and two bodies basically, but only enough arms and legs to make one. I don't know what the point of that was, unless the body's prone to breaking. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. Or maybe they had to produce two of everything, 2 legs, 2 arms, two bodies. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. I really feel like, you know, after putting together quote unquote the best one, because, you know, it's probably the most premium one out of the set as far as complexity and everything. I don't really think Blocky's wheels are for me. I do like the little pilot. It's a fun idea. If it wasn't only one per box, I would probably be trying to get more of them still, even though it's not as good as I hoped it would be, just because I think little tiny people to go through Transformers is really cool. But, you know, it's all right. That's kind of how I feel about it. That's what I'm going to show off right now.
I would imagine you were hoping they were more like the Diaclone size, or like what is going to be in the Missing Link stuff, I imagine.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that they would be a little more along the lines of the Missing Link size and complexity of the pilots, because those are pilots. Like, those are very much, you know, like the old Diaclone toys, which is really cool.
Yep. Let me read this member chat. So this is from Toyamic Displays, member for 10 months. I pre-ordered my first third-party X-Transbots Medeus, aka Camshaft, but you have to watch AFA Wednesday to learn why. I have a good guess, because X-Transbots is the only people that have done current Omnibots. So if you want one, that is the only way. Now you have to buy the other two. And then Trey followed up by Talib, I finally caved and my wallet is scared. I'm telling you, third-party stuff is really nice, especially Masterpiece stuff. You get that bigger figure in your hand and just see what they can do. Oh, we have another member chat. The birthday boy rumbles into the stream just for Anna. Well, thanks. Happy birthday, Zakanan. I guess I won't use an old joke because it's low-hanging fruit.
Zakanan, happy birthday. I made you a birthday card with the power of AI. There you go. It's all backwards, but, you know, you can tell what it is. Get your name on it, and, you know, your favorite Transformer.
Actually, on stream, it's the right way.
Oh, nice. In my view, it's backwards. Neat.
Yeah.
Look at the power of AI.
I hope everybody caught it. I didn't use a old joke, but I did use a short joke, so.
You're welcome.
Definitely you should DM him that, Anna. Or post it on Instagram and tag him so he knows it's for him.
I had to make a second version because Bumblebee wasn't making an appropriate pose the first time. I had to get him doing this.
Right.
Felt perfect.
Damn, Zaldron with the short joke in the chat. I got like 2 things, but only one thing I can show before you open your box. The other thing I'll show afterwards. technically this isn't for me. This is for my kid. I am building him Devastator, so now I just need the Commander. So here is Scavenger. But he's let me review them, so I've reviewed three of the 6 bots, and they'll be going
That's
up
so
on my
nice.
channel. Yeah,
You're able to make more content.
He's so bow-legged and dopey. But I don't think it was made for single bot mode, individual bot mode. That was made to have a Devastator.
I can't wait to have you put together a Devastator, and then we can talk about if you think that it's actually better than Unite Warriors / Combiner Wars.
It's been a while since I messed with that, but I kind of remember it a little bit.
Did you ever? You had it?
Yeah, I had the
Okay.
Unite Warriors. I had the more superior one with the individual weapons, and didn't they have elbow articulation on some of them?
Yeah, some of them got the elbows.
Yep.
I just upgraded mine about a lot. I didn't get the Unite Warriors. I just upgraded Combiner Wars.
So do you want to start off the show opening the box since
If you
it's
want to,
titled "What's in the Box"? Yeah.
I'm not going to hold up the top of the box on the camera because it has, things
I can't
on
remember if
it.
I put my address or if I put my work address. So
The difference. So Caleb sent me a box. I cut it before just so it wouldn't be half a show of me trying to cut a box because I'm really bad with things like scissors. I'm not going to hold it into the camera just because our addresses are on it. But I'm going to hold it down here and pull out whatever's in it mysteriously. Thank you for making a mystery part of the show, Caleb.
Oh, yeah,
What it is.
I figured that would be fun to see your reaction when you.
Unless it's some sort of deadly animal that bites me.
Oh,
I didn't cut the tape enough. I still have to pull part of it.
I mean,
Got it.
it might sting you, but I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to take that as a hint. It's probably not a hint, but. Very nice. Very nice.
I figured the Bumblebee collector will needed a form of Bumblebee in her collection.
Deserve it. Thank you so much.
I have one as well.
Nice. Very nice. I love that you left the clearance sticker on there
Right.
just to make sure that I didn't feel any guilt or anything.
Right.
So I know that you got it for a low price.
Yeah, at $10, I was like, all right, that's worth sending it to see Anna's reaction.
Oh no, it's awesome! I love it. It's
And
probably.
I found both of them. I got both of them for like $10. So
Oh, nice, cool.
I got the Megatron and the or whatever Skeletor and Bumblebee. They're so bad.
Bumblebee
Like,
arms. Are they actually bad? Like in
yeah,
hand?
like their articulation's not really good. But it's what's cool is I thought I broke it. The arms pop off real easily because you get to the instructions. Everything's supposed to pop off and like you can intermingle them. One other thing that's kind of cool with like the Megatron Skeletor, like so he comes with a sword, but how his backpack is, it can peg into his back, and then you can see it from this side, like almost like his barrel.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Clever.
and then the fusion cannon comes apart, and then you can turn it into like his Havoc staff. So
Nice.
It's
That's
kinda like
actually kind of cool.
yeah, of the two of them, I think Skeletor's the better. But like I said, their articulation kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, like I said, for I wouldn't pay full price for these because they were like $30.
They were like $30. Yeah, it says was $32.99
Yeah.
on
So-
it.
But I didn't feel bad paying $10 for them.
Yeah, it's a fun thing, it's hopefully only gonna happen once. And
Right.
the art in the back is relatively cool.
The artwork's really cool, and so the other thing that's really cool. I don't have mine nearby, but on the side where you open it up, there's the tech spec is under that image of Bumblebee.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, Zaldron, Bumblebee would have made more sense as Brawn or Ironhide. Brawn by color scheme and Ironhide by what he did for the Transformers. So
Yeah, for sure. It really didn't make any sense they used Bumblebee other than, main 4 got to be used for everything.
yeah. And his mask is really hard to put on his face. Couple up.
Neat.
Yeah. But
I'm glad it's such a high quality figure.
once it's in, though, it's not going anywhere. And it's got the clear translucent too, so you can kind of see his eyes a little bit under there. But yeah, so like I said, go ahead.
I was going to ask if there was a plot for these, but I don't think there's a plot. No, there's a plot on there.
There's a mini comic.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I didn't read it, but it's like 4 or 5 pages.
Back for the peoples.
And then you can kind of see the instructions. Like I said, it says all these parts are removable, so you can do pop and swap. But yeah, there's the tech specs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Same bio that's on the back. That was the one thing I did talk up is the packaging they did a great job on the packaging.
Yeah, they actually did. They did a really good job on the packaging. It's, tech specs are a definite loss in Transformers. They were really cool back in the day. It's fun to have a description of the character you're taking home with you on there. It's really fun to have it in the form of old-fashioned tech specs, so that's really cool.
Yep. So now you have one, and you have to collect them all.
I have the Bumblebee armor, apparently.
Yep. So,
yeah, I'm not collecting them all, but I'm collecting all the Bumblebees, so it's okay. It's okay.
Right. Yeah.
It's funny, because I think he's about the same size as crappy rubberized Bumblebee.
Yeah, the red. Yep.
They're pretty close. Pretty close. That's got a genuine laugh out of me. I did not expect that.
Yeah, it was hard to keep. It was definitely kind of hard to keep a secret, especially in book club.
Yeah, I bet. It's way funnier than I expected.
Well, do you have anything to show off? I know we got a lot of news to go over. So, I
think I'm good. Right. I get to show this off thanks to you, and I have something to talk about later.
So, we might as well start it off like we do every week with official Transformers toy news.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah. Yo, not right, man.
We now return to the Transformers.
So head on over to collecticon.com or collecticontoys.com or collecticon.com and on your order enter FFC10 to get 10% off. And now we move to the news. So first up, there was a lot of activity this week in the TFW5 message boards from known newsbreakers. JT Prime. Noon has been somebody that's been popping up as of late. But Noon mentioned that the Wave 2 of Age of the Primes and Studio Series stuff should be coming up soon for pre-order. And those waves consist of, the Studio Series consist of 86 Wheeljack, 86 Kranix, the Grimlock, the Titan Grimlock, the 86 Shockwave, the 86 Snarl reissue, the Age of the Primes deluxe stuff, Smokescreen, Power Glide, Swerve, which we've seen those two at a show in Asia, along with Ratchet. That's supposed to be the animated Ratchet, and then Cliff Jumper is supposed to be 86 Cliff Jumper. Also, Liege Maximo is supposed to be one of the next primes, along with Nexus Prime. And I've been reading, I don't know what's legit, what's bullshit. They're saying that he doesn't come with combined pieces, but can combine. So, and then there's an 86 Skywarp. Yep, Collecticon will be on AFA Wednesday. I'll have to check that out. I think I work, so maybe after I get off. And then also, So this is a name I haven't seen before, Lincoln Park Irony, but they dropped a bunch of barcodes and some prices on future product. And then JT Prime kind of updated the Point Blank. So in Wave 3, these are Wave 3 products of Age of the Prime and 86, or not 86, Studio Series. And if you remember, there was a Point Blank that was supposed to be a Gen Selects that had, I can't remember what the difference was, because didn't the current one have the Japanese head, Anna?
No, the current one has the Rebirth head.
Okay.
And I would love to see if this is a version with the Japanese head, I'll actually want it.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be the one that was meant for the Selects, and I think when they used the picture, it was the Japanese head. So
that would be really cool. Because
Yeah.
the Japanese head, as I complained about before with his buddy, is actually the toy accurate head and the head that's been used on every appearance going forward afterwards. So it's the only one I would actually want. For Point Blank.
And then
Although
Lincoln
that
Park,
would also get a sure shot. Ugh.
and Lincoln Park Irony dropped some of these. I don't know what these are, but they're Amazon listings, so possibly maybe they're Amazon exclusives, or maybe it's our Hot Wheels stuff at that 34.
Given the price, they're Hot Wheels, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like the only thing that's that price.
Yep. Let's see. We have some more pricing. So the big one. Well, before we get to the big one, so here's some more of the crossover stuff. Cemetery Race, which Race at $16.99. That's really weird. I'm kind of curious what that could be. And then the Monster Jam are going to be $27.99. The Decepticon symbol is going to be $46.99. That's quite pricey.
Whatever it is.
They found 2 more of the NFL collabs. The Vikings will be one of them. The other team is not known. And we get a nice little $5 price increase on repaints. And then the big one. We finally get an idea of what the Age of Extinction Studio Series Titan Grimlock will going to be. And we're back to Titan pricing at $189.99.
It's a really big toy.
Yep.
It's a really big toy. And Titans, as they come out, as Titans come out for re-release, have hit as much as 240. So, the real Titans.
Yep.
So, a mini Titan like Star Convoy being 190, I'm not too shocked. I think it's a little bigger than Star Convoy anyway.
I thought Star Convoy was a little bit less than 190.
It was.
Okay.
It was. Every time we get a new release at any size scale, it's more expensive than the last one at the size scale.
Yeah. And then the last thing that prop, the Studio Series 86 Matrix of Leadership has a price now at $124.99.
If it's cool, that'll be nice.
Yep. Let's see. Moving on to actual toys and products. So after Takara showed off the Missing Link Grimlock, it ended up at a store in Japan called Volk's Hobby Heaven. I think it's in Japan.
Okay.
So they have it next to the original Grimlock, the G1 Grimlock, and it was really weird. So not only did they do this with Grimlock, they did it with some other stuff that we'll see. But here's some more images, some up close. I really like what they do with Missing Link, where they turn stickers into deco and molding.
It's just so good. That figure just looks absolutely great. Honestly, like looking at it, and I almost wish I had mine in like arm's reach right now. He's just out of arm's reach. Honestly, with the improvements and the head being in the center, it looks a darn heck of a lot like MP Grimlock.
Yeah.
He really does. Just like with a little more of the ancient look to him. That's so cool.
Yep. And also, I'm going to butcher this name because I've heard it said, but I'm probably going to let me butcher it. So here we had another T-Spark Takara display at Yodobashi. Oh gosh, I said this earlier. Akibaya store. Can you see that little?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I think it's just a kebab, but
Right. So they had on display the green glow in the dark Leo convoy.
it was so cool.
Yeah, the more I see this, the more I'm like, yep, I'm getting it.
See, I can get excited for mainline stuff, people. It just has to be made by Takara.
Right. They also showed off Sideways and the Style Gen MPG was at 16 Optimus Prime, which we'll be seeing more of that in a little bit. And then the last of the dramatic capture series, the last of this Earthrise Seeker mold, Skywarp, and his buddies, the Insecticons. Which is what's funny is supposedly we're getting a 3-pack of this in the States for the More Than Meets the Eye collection.
We'll just have to see which paint deco people like better for the Insecticons.
Right. So behind all this Takara stuff, our buddy JT Prime with the news dropped pricing for all this stuff that's going to be hitting Pulse. And most likely, like BBTS and some of our other North American retailers. So the Stalgion Hot Rod will be $125. The Missing Link Grimlock will be $120. The Lio Convoy will be $60. And then what surprised me, the Masterpiece Next Sideswipe at $100. I'm surprised that wasn't more, but we've been seeing a lot of yen prices, but this is the first American price, non-TF source prices, I should say.
Sideswipe isn't that big, so like it's a cool toy and it's a complex toy, but the size probably put it back down to the 100. It's good though. These prices are more reasonable. I think all of them look okay, except for the Hot Rod. Like I just feel we'll talk more about him very soon.
Next up, speaking of More Than Meets the Eye collection, anybody miss out on this one this week? Oh, wait, no. He's still available on both Pulse and Target. I guess everybody didn't need a Scourge as bad as they needed a Hound or Hot Rod.
Hound came back, though. I don't know if he's still back, but he came back.
Yeah, he did come
Hot
back.
Rod didn't.
I'm pretty sure this is one for one the toy of the Studio Series 86 Scourge. Only thing
It looks like it.
looks different is the packaging. And then maybe his stamp on his leg. I know the Collecticon is getting all that data, so sometimes when they do reissues like that or whatever you want to call them, the stamp might be a little bit different. Was it the EAN code is what they call it? So last week when we saw the release of Hound, images of Scourge dropped. So are we going to have any info on what's supposed to drop tomorrow at 9 a.m.? I don't know. Did you pay attention to my Instagram, TikTok, X, or Facebook? There was some information. So JT Prime also let us know that Battle Damage Prime and Battle Damage Megatron will go up Tuesday. Prime ships in April, Megs ships in August. The MSRP for these guys are $59.99. They are leader. They are considered leader. How do I know? I have images. I kind of buried the lead. So what is our normal leader price?
It's about that, right? Or is it a little more now?
I can't remember. I couldn't remember if it was 55 or 59.
I think it's 60 now. I think it's a flat 60 or $59.99.
Is what I think it is. It's 60, but some places were still charging the previous price, like Walmart did.
Yeah, some people are marking it down a little bit.
So there was a little tease. The stick or shard. So I think this was Prime versus Prime that teased this. Well, Trey, if you're got to have them all and you want to do your final battle scene, then yeah, you might want to have them. But
Show the whole thing. Come on.
All right. First
Oh.
off,
You switch back to Megatron.
yeah. Well, yeah. So here's the Megatron. I think it was Endin Man Toys that posted these. So this is our battle damage Megatron. Looks like, is the decos any different on his legs?
I don't
Is
think
it-
so.
Because it looks, I didn't know if he had a darker gray legs because these look fairly light gray.
Oh, it could be. Yeah,
Look at the
maybe
back of
you're
his
right.
legs. They're that darker grayish black, and I think that's what all the front of the legs were like.
Yeah, I think you might be right on that. They might be a little lighter for some reason.
Tune accuracy.
I guess.
Or
Shouldn't
tune
the
accurate?
original been tune accurate though? The Unit Studio Series 86 figure?
Yes, but we know how incremental
Yes. Mm-hmm.
improvements.
Incremental downgrade in this case. Who really wants Megatron? I always want Megatron making fun faces because he is a very expressionate guy. Doesn't look good. He's making a really weird kind of half face.
It's almost constipated look.
Yeah, like it should be one of his iconic cocky smiles or
Especially like, I wish I would have put the screen grab when he says, "Oh, it's over, Prime," and he just has this smirk on his face. That's the face I would have wanted.
yeah, for sure. That kind of. They drew it on the box.
Yeah. And
It
speaking
looks
of, wrong way.
Wrong
Here's
way.
the box.
Yeah, see, there's that mouth you think he's like,
Yep. Yeah.
That's how he looks.
I think that's the face they're trying to go with, though. You kind of look at the box; it's kind of in there. It's just the product image; you can't see it as well. Like if you look at the
Yeah.
back of the box, you can kind of see it. This might be one of those where you need to have in hand to get a better look at it.
Maybe. And that they feel like he just looks like he was attacked with a Sharpie.
And one of the-
I do think the chest plate has some molding.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like there's molding and a wash, or
And
not
his
a
face
wash,
is certainly
but,
unique.
yeah. One of the things I liked that I thought it was almost like a watermark at first, where on the clear plastic it says "One shall fall." So you can only imagine what Optimus says.
The same thing, right?
No.
Is it the other half of the quote? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Crazy.
So Optimus did drop today as well. I think JT Prime dropped these images.
That picture's so goofy.
Yeah,
With
it looks like
the-
he's smoking a doob.
Just coming out of the front of the grill. It's really weird.
Truck mode has a bad habit. Let's see. Here's some more images. I got a lot of these. A lot of images. They were having fun. Whoever was taking the photos of this was having some fun.
Definitely.
And here is some of your box images. And it's hard to tell because the picture's too small, but the picture on the right where it does show the side of the package, it does say leader class. And it's kind of got a cool logo for the 40th anniversary of the 86 movie.
Yeah, it is leader class, so that's nice for the price point, I suppose.
Right.
Like if
As
you don't
much
care
as-
about the accessories.
You know, and as much as Trey's saying in the chat, like, you know, there's a little bit of Pokemon discussion. Do I need these? Probably you don't, but I would secure a pre-order just in case.
If there's any thoughts that you might want these, just in case they go like hotcakes, you know, it happens.
Yeah. One thing that we kind of didn't add. Let me go back really fast. Where JT Prime said $59.99 price. Off note, I'm going to wait for the gray deco. Sleep Mode Prime is part of mainline next year. So we are getting Almost Gonna Die Optimus Prime and Dead Prime next year. So they are milking this mold. We kind of knew it was going to happen, right?
They should milk the mold though, it's so good. Not the Megatron though, they shouldn't milk that one.
And it looks like a gun and this Optimus is a leader price point. So
And a stick. He's also got a stick.
Oh, a stick, yeah, and a matrix.
Yeah. And damage to the mold. Now it has a hole in the middle.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does look like a chicken tender as well. Optimus loves the tendies. All right, so let's see. Next up, we have some Blockies news. This is kind of, I guess, kind of big, right? Because we're doing into Wreck and Rule, our wave 2 of Blockies wheels, and they're showing off Overlord.
Yeah, I mean, cool.
And I'm not even going to try to pronounce this show that they're going to be at tomorrow. There's a lot of stuff. So probably tomorrow there's going to be a lot of news as well. But these are supposed to be I don't know if that's German, but it's some toy show.
That's also where they're going to be revealing the Mega Man stuff, so I'm excited. More excited for that than I am for this.
Let's see. Next from Yellow Park. This is where they're at in the development process of their Beast Wars Dinobot, and this thing's looking really good.
It is. And the MP Dinobot is really hard to get. This looks like it could be a very similar size, so it might be a substitute.
Yeah. Not only is it hard to get, it is expensive.
Well, that was the point. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's some kind of the ab crunch it has going for it. You just kind of got to move the chest a little bit. It can get a pretty deep ab crunch. Drop down hips. It's got butterfly shoulders, mouth articulation. I mean, they loaded this guy up.
Yeah, it looks great.
Let's see. Next up, more from Takara, but these are in-hand images of the Transformers Stylogen Optimus Prime MPG 17. I said 16 earlier. And what is one of the first things you notice on this packaging? Looks nothing like MPG.
Oh, yeah. It just has MPG on it,
Yeah.
but it definitely is in.
Right, it doesn't look like the traditional Masterpiece box. I mean,
not at all.
Was like that forever. So if anybody's not familiar, here's some images of the instructions. The MPG Stylogen is like an amalgamation of different styles.
It's kind of an improved MP10 with the Siege axe going on and some kind of comic or Studio Ox style antlers on his head. He's just a nice amalgamation of different Optimi throughout the years.
And I was kind of surprised how tall it was compared to the other Masterpiece.
He's not small.
On Zelda, I know it says MPG. It's just it doesn't look like the traditional MP boxes. And then you can see his like siege style shield that turns into an axe. And then the sword hands like the movie.
Movies.
Yeah. And it's kind of weird how all the stuff sticks on his back like that, but I mean, I guess it's good if you want storage.
They did the same thing for the Stylogen Hot Rod.
Correct.
With the clear thing that turns into a weapons rack on his back. So that's an interesting consistency. And I feel like the little bit of kibble on his shoulders and a few other spots almost kind of like downgrades him almost to more of a chug look from the MP look. He really does, like, those arms just almost feel like, oh, okay, those go along with Hot Rod. But then the legs look like they're straight ripped off of an MP10, which was the old Masterpiece Optimus before the most recent.
Yep. And then here's a really good comparison of all four of the MP Primes, or your MP01, Stylogen, MP10, and MP44.
Yeah, and this image for me really did kind of take off the rose-tinted glasses with MP10, because you've got MP10 is the one right beside the Stylogen, so it's the one in the center right, and it just like, it was great when it came out, but looking at it beside the Style Gen, it's like, ooh, Style Gen is so much better.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
Yeah, it's like the MP10 was like revolutionary for its time, but
It really was.
I mean, how long ago was that? Almost 12, 13 years, if not longer.
Yep. And it's a pretty old figure at
You got
this
a good
point.
run out of it.
So it just, that thing looks fantastic. Like, I have to say, I've liked the Style Gen from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but I really feel like it's a like moderned up, made like perfect MP10, but with a little bit of like leaning towards the comic look that makes me almost feel like it's unique. I really want it. I just can't justify it. I have too many Optimi.
So what are they doing? What do you think they'll do next? Nemesis, Toon, Shatterglass.
Get some repaints.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with that hot rod? That's the other thing I want to say. This pretty much proves, for the most part, that height we were given for the hot rod was accurate, and that they really are basically upscaling the Studio Series 86.
Yeah.
Because it really does share, so many parts that look like they're not really changed, and then some parts that are new. It really does look like they're basically upscaling that to make the Style Gen hot rod. So weird.
All right. So moving on to third-party news. This is kind of Transformers adjacent. I would be willing to bet everybody here has had one of these in their life. So McDonald's is bringing the changeables back.
So exciting.
Starting tomorrow. A lot of stuff's going down tomorrow.
Yeah, time for some Happy Meals tomorrow.
Yeah.
16 of them. Got to get the whole set. Now, the thing that I have been talking about, since we've known about this for a little bit longer, last week as of the show, we weren't absolutely sure that they were real. So we didn't want to talk about them being unsure if they were real. I am so pumped for these. The one thing I do not know is if they're going to be blind boxed. McDonald's has been blind boxing Happy Meal toys occasionally, like half the time roughly. So it could, in fact, be blind boxed, which would be a little rough, Like, I don't know if that's better or worse, honestly, because, the traditional old school way was every store would get 2 or 3 of them, and you'd have to drive around looking for all of them. If they're just straight blind box, you just have to buy 100.
I thought I read that they were doing 2 per week.
Oh, that would be nice.
Sound right? Yeah. And no, Abby, McDonald's is not giving Pokemon cards away. You're the reason why McDonald's was a pain in the ass to get Pokemon cards. Yeah, HDC McBotbots. I think you're not the only one that shares that thought.
Yeah, we really want to know if the BotBots designer or someone from the BotBots design team was, asked out to lunch once with McDonald's execs, and then they had them make some designs on a napkin, hand it back. So exciting.
Well, I see. Avi said I don't own any. You weren't in the States though when these were here, so you get a free pass. Zakanan said nope, but Zakanan probably was not at the right age when these were in Happy Meals. I got a little ageist in there, but they come with stickers, and then here's kind of like a individual breakdown of these, and they all have bios and names, and they're all different things at McDonald's. Like before, it was just like packaging or like a nugget or a box of fries. I know, sorry, ageism, but now we're getting like the Halloween bucket, the kiosk, the drink machine, the deep fryer, the toy display.
The strange blue box is a play place, just in case anyone else gets utterly perplexed by it like I originally did.
Yeah, this one right here, Taurus.
Taurus, the play place picture.
I'm just reading the chat. Zaldrod and Cicated are going back and forth. The name that I like the most is, I don't know where they came up with this, but Curtis the Divine.
Curtis the Divine is funny.
Yeah, his bio is or fun fact, prehistoric ruler of the Changeyverse. But and then Vash and FR13S, those look to be possibly remolds. If they're not remolds, they're definitely inspired by the original.
Okay, I just have to put that one to bed. They're not remolds at all. Like I don't have them here. But yeah, they're not remolds. Those are new designs. They are very much homages to the original, for sure. But like especially the Frybot is very different.
Yeah, it didn't have feet like that, did it?
It had a different style for the feet. Mine is way over there, but they're so cool. I think that these are going to be smaller because the originals were like, they weren't too tiny. They were yay big, and I think they're going to be bots.
Well,
I really do think these are going to be bots.
It is 40 years, so we know things get smaller and simpler. So.
They do.
But yeah, so that's the McChangeables. Tomorrow, everybody go pick up your Happy Meal. I guess you can buy them separately too, I've heard. But where's the fun in that?
Probably.
So next up, we got DNA Designs. They seem to be churning out kits every week. So this is their Alpha Trion upgrade kit. And at first glance, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But then as I'm looking at his backpack with the upgrade kits, it's just like this kibbly mess.
Huge, yeah.
I don't think there's a way to improve this like they want to, because how he has like kind of like the cape or like the overcoat kind of thing. It's hard to. They almost should have went with soft goods like they did with which one was that one? Prima?
Yeah. They gave Prima the soft goods, as you like to call them. So this is the part I want to emphasize is they got his beard, which is kind of cool. And they also made the hands able to hold the book properly and hold a quill, which is actually cool, right? Like it lets him do the thing the original toy was supposed to be doing with, just his fist.
Right.
It gave him peacetime hands, which is always nice for a Transformer. He can be writing.
Yeah, and then here's kind of like a breakdown of all the different.
Those cool hands.
A lot of gap fillers too.
Tons of gap fillers.
Next up,
equipment, the finger hands.
I don't know the name of this company. I don't even know if they have a name. But it's the figure's called CM006, and it's a DLX sized Age of Extinction Bumblebee. So it's non-transforming. It's an action figure. I think it's the same company that's doing, because it was on their Weeboo as well. The Leonard Nimoy Prime. Gosh, I can't think of his name. Sentinel Prime. Yeah. So I think this is the same company. But this has
it's actually orange.
Yeah.
Orange.
So you can kind of see it compared to, I think that's the actual 3.0 DLX Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. And next to some other Bumblebees. And then here's like a breakdown of how it looks in the packaging or in the tray, and then accessories it comes with. So instead of like a mask for the head, it's swappable heads, and it does light up.
Lots of jokes about McChangeables in the chat.
See, next up, so I don't know what scale this is, or if it's even like this is Gear Factory Gale, their version of a Dreadwind.
Yeah, I thought for sure this was APC when I first saw it, because APC's been making the Prime toys to go with Prime. So I thought this was just, APC's making another toy, but it's a different company.
Yep. I thought it might have been like an oversized KO at first, but it looks like their own engineering, own design.
It looks neat.
Yep. And there's kind of a breakdown of all the parts that it comes with it. All right, next up. Probably my favorite time of the show when we have things to show off for Dr. Woo!
Can I expose you on something though? How many Dr. Wu figures do you actually own, Caleb?
One. I have at least one. No, I have two. I
I thought you had 0.
I have Megatron and I have
Oh yeah, you do have Megatron. It's true.
the Dualcon cassette.
It's true.
But
it's true.
Yes. Oh, what was it? Last week or 2 weeks ago, we were just blown up with Dr. Wu stuff, and today it's just packaging. So they give an update on all their packaging for the Insecticons, Lambos, and Datsun 2-packs.
But the Lambos and the Datsuns are two very good-looking molds that look to be Dr. Wu upping their complexity a little bit. So that's fun.
Yep. I'm contemplating on that G2 Sideswipe, though. I know it's not with an Insecticon, but that black just looks good. It comes with the sweep, right?
Yeah, it comes with the weird
storyboard
sweep.
Yeah. Next up, sticking with micro scale Transformers, WooBot Clan ain't got nothing. Yep. Galaxy Toys. So they are just turning into make toys when it comes to Seekers, and repaint after repaint after repaint. Catherine says all 3 Dr. Wu Scorponok are in stock and shipping right now. Head on over to, is it Show Z or TF Safari?
Show Z, I believe.
Okay.
When I looked earlier today, I think I saw them. Can't
So
decide if I'm going to get one of those.
Here's Sandstorm, Bitstream, and we had an argument last night on if this is Hot Link or Slipstream. But
Not
today
Slipstream.
there was a darker purple one released, so I was wondering if that was Hot Link, and this more lavender one is Slipstream. So,
Not Slipstream. There's no teal.
oh, teal. Okay, well,
Slipstream always has teal as an accent
we'll go
color.
we'll go with Hot Link, or as the Kanan says, Hot Stream.
Hot Stream's fine.
Yep. It's create a seeker, and then
Me Toys is doing it.
And then there was kind of a little bit of debate about this too last night. So this is on the Show Z listing with that 3-pack. You can get your Starscream Coronation set. But the way that they posted this, it was like, HCC, these are like micro scale. They're a little bit bigger than Dr. Wu, right, Anna? Don't you have something you'd like to talk about with these?
I do. So for a while now, we've been kind of leading up to, these actually coming out. And I've been saying I was all in on them, mostly because I wanted to be extreme. But also I was interested in them. Galaxy Toys is kind of sort of a newcomer to the field of tiny figures. And they're really only the second company to be making microscale figures after Dr. Wu. So I am trying to get them all in bot mode because I have a desk covered in Seeker figures right now. But, Dr. Wu figures are this big, right? And this new mold, if I can take it out of here, I'll just hold it up like this, is that big. So that is Dr. Wu on the left as Thundercracker, and Starscream is Galaxy Toys. So you can see that it's significantly bigger than a Dr. Wu figure, but it is also still very, very small, right? This is a very small figure if you compare it to if you compare it to, you take this Thundercracker and you compare him to Studio Series 86 Thundercracker, right? Quite a bit smaller. This is a oversized knockoff of New Age Thundercracker. So this is a Legends Plus figure, and then this micro scale figure. So it is quite the small figure. If anyone's familiar with Iron Factory's slipstream that they made. They did a slipstream, and those of you who have interesting taste in Transformers may be aware that one of the things they did with their slipstream mold is that they actually made it as the 3 main seekers. So you can have the smaller feminine seekers of the main 3. So there's the Thundercracker. So this is a very small Iron Factory Legends figure next to it. So it's a very small scale, not quite as small as Dr. Wu, just a little teeny bit bigger than Dr. Wu, but definitely too small for any Legends collection to not look unusual, right? Because they will look strange with them.
I didn't realize that those Iron Factory were that small.
Well, the Iron Factory girl seekers are this small. The boy
Right.
seekers are probably like, that's all.
Right, but I mean, because
Significantly taller.
you don't get how the size of them in the images, because I've seen those images from Iron Factory all the time. I just never thought it was that, never knew it was that small.
Yeah, they're tiny. They're very small. It's a very good mold though. I'm glad to have like 5 of 2 slipstreams in them. But anywho, so this little guy, right? The other thing to talk about for the week. It is, look it over, decide what you think about it yourselves. It's got a really cool transformation. It is, in fact, a unique seeker transformation. The way the back transforms is actually unique to it. And the way the front transforms is actually a little bit unique too. And the most unique thing, in my opinion, is that the landing gear is actually inside of the lower arms. So it actually puts the fist on a little bit of a, like, it doesn't go straight off the middle of the wrist. It's displaced a little bit, because when you put the fist in, it pushes the landing gear out, and then that makes the landing gear for it. So it's a unique take on it.
So that means landing gear are always stuck out when it's in plane mode?
They're stuck out to some degree. You can kind of like push them back in a little bit. You can push them out, but they're kind of always out there. Like in my... You can see with the star screen, we do a little bit with it to get it not to be as apparent.
Yeah.
But it's also made, very rarely a figure this small would bother putting the missiles and the null rays, but it comes with the missiles and the null rays.
Well, another thing nice about those, you get stands.
You do get the stands. I may have missed how you're supposed to connect it to the bot mode. I could not find a good way to connect it to the bot mode. I can only find a way to connect it to the jet mode, which is okay, but I would really like to, I like to display them like I had him posed better, but like I have him on a stand. He's just jumping backwards right now, but I like to do that with the Seekers. The main point I want to make about these guys is that they're kind of like, since we have gone into this more like tune accurate Seeker generation, that's where we are now. We're in the tune accurate we're in the tune accurate style of Seekers. This is back towards the older style of MP11 and everything before. I'd say there's more commonalities between this and like an Earthrise Seeker, right? Like you have an Earthrise Seeker here. There's more commonalities here in the way it's made. Also probably more commonalities with the way that New Age looked. These New Age figures are probably 5 years old now. So, I'm not sure there's really like a place for this look now that we've really moved on to the more tune accurate look. Because, here's the only MP52 I own, because I don't just have Thundercrackers of all types. I just have a Starscream, right? So, we've moved on to this kind of tune look. I don't know if there's as much need for this, but it is the most complex that you're going to get for a teeny tiny one, because the Dr. Wu Seeker is very simple, and this is significantly more complex. The negative to it is the same thing with the Beachcomber. The pegging in of the weapons is awkward. So getting the null rays to peg into the arms requires a very steady hand, a fair amount of force, and a little bit of luck. At that point, it's kind of hard to move his arms around without them going on a little trip.
Well, isn't a little bit of luck all we need?
It is. It is. The answer to the question I think Stu asked is RC, but I think I own the most different iterations of RC.
Even more than Bumblebee?
I think so. I think I do because I try actively to get all the RCs.
Okay.
I don't try actively to get Bumblebees, just kind of happen naturally. So I do like it. Now between the ones that Caleb hasn't shown off yet and the 3 that are recently and the 3 that have been up for pre-order for a while, which was the Rainmakers, they are purportedly doing at least 11 different before the. So they may be actually attempting to give you a colorverse style thing like Make Toys, like actually hitting all the Seekers, which is something that, Mainline's only really pulled off once.
Yep.
They've started on the trail with Siege, and then they were like, wait, Earthrise Seekers, and they didn't do it for those. But Classics got a lot of the different Seekers. Make Toys is producing as many Seekers as they can before someone says stop. But yeah, anywho, I like it. It's interesting, but it's a pretty flawed figure. Just with the null rays, I think not pegging in correctly. Like I cannot underscore how frustrating it is to get them in. I don't want to do it on camera because it'll make me frustrated. I want to be frustrated on camera. Otherwise, the transformation is great. It's just those, and the look is what it is for this size. So that's my thoughts on it. There's a lot of really good options for Seekers right now. Who needs this in their collection? I really feel like the Dr. Wu might work better for a micro scale display. And otherwise, if you want a nicer toy, New Age's Seeker is a absolutely phenomenal mold. And MP52 is a phenomenal mold. And Studio Series 86 Thundercracker is a pretty impressive mold too.
Yep. Trey had a question in the chat earlier. It's like, how soon are we going to get an Auto or Energon Universe Thundercracker? And way to try not to spoil anything as we're reading the Energon Universe here. But I was just like, I think Zaldron mentioned this in Discord, and then I was thinking about this as well. That Optimus Prime that they showed with all the cracks on it, like in the shoulders and stuff. That's all we need is that deco, and they should have done that to the Energon Universe Optimus Prime that went up for pre-order during New York Comic Con. Like, they could take these molds that I know they're tune accurate, but we know they could do little tweaks. I mean, they've put new heads on this Prime, new heads on that Megatron, and then just kind of like weather them a little bit, and there, bam, you got Energon Universe Transformers.
Yeah, they really should get some Energon Universe stuff out there because I think, people do like the comic. And there's so much material. Caleb and I were talking about how much we actually had to get through to catch up, and it's like 100 comics.
Yep. Well, I have a feeling with that animated series announcement, and as popular as the comic books are doing, they're going to have to start putting it in the line. And what typically Transformers has like a year and a half, like, production. So like if they started working on it last year, we wouldn't start seeing it till like a year from now. I don't remember. I know they're a little bit longer in production than it is compared to like action figures and stuff.
Old MP11 didn't make it up yet, so I had to hold him up real fast.
Oh yeah, I used to have that mold.
It's all right. Better than MP.
All right, so we'll move back onto the slideshow. So we kind of teased this a couple weeks ago, or New Age did, but this is yeah, that's right. 3-0 is doing that Energon Universe Optimus and Cliff Jumper, I believe. But this is New Age Toys H71V Dick. their version of a G2 unreleased sideswipe, Miami Vice sideswipe, Miami Vice swipe. And I think that went up for pre-order already this week. So I remember picking this up. Go ahead.
I just don't think that deco looks good on that figure. The figure's fine. The deco's fun on a mainline figure, but gosh, it doesn't look good on that one.
Yeah. Well, and that pose isn't doing him any justice. I know we've complained about it enough, his Popeye arms, but
yeah, not that that's. I expected better of New Age when they finally got around to sideswipe.
Yep.
Because they did a really good Sunstreaker.
Yeah. But something that looks better at Legend scale. We saw a little bit of tease of this last week. This is the Great Work Studio Deformation TV 02, their version of a Legend scale dive bomb. And they are just pushing these suckers out. Like, it feels like we just saw Razor Claw, and now we're getting finished images of the second member.
Doesn't that look basically like, I'm going to go really far saying this, doesn't that look like the most detailed and complex version of an accurate dive bomb that we've ever gotten? Like, regardless, regardless of scale, like between Masterpiece and Legends and everything. I know King Toys did some crazy complex ones, but they're not G1 at all.
Well, it's like its biggest feature, the wings, and look at all those details on the wings. They could have went flat and toon look to it, and they didn't.
No, it's neat.
And the way the feathers have like just multiple layers and then extensions on them, like I think they had to do this too, just because this is Predaking's wings, so you want to have big wings to put on Predaking's back. And this is what DNA did to the Power of the Primes.
Mm-hmm.
Made the larger size wings. So, and here is some more images. Like they just dropped a bunch of images, and then like the bird mode, like how his talons, how you can pose the talons and everything. So, a lot to it. And from something with a lot to it to simplistic and somewhat kid-like. So last week we saw this Rise of the Beast, Bumblebee, and car mode. Now we get an idea of how he looks in robot mode. And I guess this is a head swap. I don't know if it's a mask. So you can do his battle mask or his traditional look. I wonder if they'll do a scourge and be able to impale him in his chest. Next up, I know I've gushed over and over about this figure, but here is final production images of the MMC Ocular Max PS28 Demolisher, their version of Mixmaster. I haven't pulled the trigger yet on these, but it is coming soon at Show Z, so it's going to be hard not to. And then next up, so I ripped this off of Facebook. This somebody reached out to Fans Toys to get an update on all their stuff that's coming out this year, and we got some answers. Long Haul's coming out in April. Bone Crusher may come out at the end of 2026. If not, it'll be early 2027. So at the very least, we'll have to wait till the beginning of next year to finish Devastator. Strafe and Nose Cone will be coming after Red Alert. Pre-orders will be coming up after TFCon LA. The difference between Toys and Fantastic Model is design teams. So we all thought it was because of the old mighty Hasbro hammer would hit them. That's why they changed to some of the stuff to Fantastic Model. There is no timetable on their Optimus. If you guys don't know, their Ultra Magnus has the Optimus Prime right there. With a little bit of tooling changes, we could have an Optimus from Fans Toys. There is no 2.0s in active development. They wouldn't give the next combiner after Computron. And the one thing that I'm excited about asked about Rodimus and Wheeljack. Both are in development. We need a good MP Rodimus that's not DX9. I know DX9 is a good one, but it's an all-in-one. Rodimus is due. And then Wheeljack, the only Wheeljack we really have is the Masterpiece Wheeljack, which was good for its time, but is an old toy, and I need that one replaced in my collection. So hope Fans Toys doesn't break my wallet. And speaking of breaks, we got a tease from X Transbot. They showed off their packaging for their Little Too Late Galvatron Masterpiece Abaddon. Oh, and then they dropped a shitload of pictures. So here is their Galvatron cannon mode. And why I say too little too late is because Fans Toys did their 2.0, and I don't think it looks better than that. It looks very tune accurate, but I am happy with my my Fans Toys.
I think it was a rough transformation, though, right?
Yeah. And I mean, I've handled enough X Transbots when they look this pretty in robot mode and then alt mode. There's a reason why my head looks the way it does and why I have all these gray hairs. It's not because of my kids. It's because of transforming X Transbots toys. I will have to say, I think the face looks better on Fans Toys, but the overall, like, just sleek of X Transbots is probably the better look, and then their blast effect looks cooler.
It looks better than I expect for XTB, so that's cool.
Yeah. And then one thing, like, even Fans Toys did it, the amount of faces that you could get with this, definitely a lot more, ideas or different situations you can put them in. But like I said, too little, too late. And that's all for the toy news. Did everybody do their homework? Is there anything you'd like to mention, Anna, before we get to our
people should let us know what their favorite news of the night was. I'm always curious what people actually get excited about.
Yeah,
like you can tell what we get excited about, right? But
yeah,
I'm curious what other people get excited about.
I am definitely Masterpiece Transformers for sure. But I will have to say, like, some of this more than meets the eye stuff is kind of exciting me. I don't know. I've pre-ordered some of this stuff, but that doesn't mean I'll fulfill those pre-orders.
You know me. I actually do like Legends best. I get excited about all the Legends stuff. I just haven't been getting it in a long time because it's expensive, and I just still haven't figured out exactly how I want to display my Legends figures.
You know what surprised me? Remember how DX9 we were seeing all those Legend figures that they were doing that was Super God Master Force, and it's just been like crickets. That's almost.
I know. I was. Third Genrai was revealed in early 2024.
Yeah.
So we're pushing 2 years without an update on their Genrai, which probably means they're not doing it anymore. All their other mini DX9 minifigures are all sold out all over the place. So I'm guessing they didn't really produce second runs or anything.
Right.
So I'm kind of thinking that was an attempt at starting a new line, and they kind of gave it up, which is a bummer because the Clouder they did from Super Mario Bros.
And then copyright strike incoming. I didn't take that many screenshots, Zaldron. It's not like we're reading the comic book. So like I said, did everybody do their homework? We were supposed to read issues 3 and 4 this week, so we bumped it up an issue. So let's get to Void Arrivals issue number 3. So where do we leave off last week? They were captured.
They were captured, and the guy introduced himself as Skuxoid.
So we started off with a little bit of action here, and Derek takes a shot, but I think he's more surprised with the moves that his companion is displayed, and that she's not the pilot that he thought she was.
Let's see, more and more that she's a warrior. I want to say just one thing is that this artist apparently loves to draw Skuxoid because they just give him like the most expressions and
Right.
like just like he looks more detailed every time he's drawn than everybody else. It just really amuses me that somebody there just really likes this weirdo.
Yep. And then we see the two get away from Suxoid, and on the way to look for food, they might become food. Now, is this
sort of
the
scorpion
member?
thing?
I was gonna say, is this a member of the Scorponok family?
I don't think so. I think it might be from another Scorponok clan.
Yep. And while I always butcher her name. So Celia?
Solila or
Solila?
Solila? I've never heard it pronounced out loud. It's one or the other.
Right. She distracts the scorpion while Handroid locks the door and then slams it down on the Scorponok, whatever, the scorpion. Nose the Canaan. That is not how you pronounce it. Thanks, though.
I'm pretty sure you know.
But there is a little knocking next door, and somebody said, "I can help you guys."
Oh no, it's another Transformers thing. How crazy. It's
Yeah.
a quintessence.
Yep. And I don't think we get its name, but he tells them, "Hey, I have a ship. I know where it's at. Let's go find it and get off this hunk of junk." But as they were walking to the ship, he's like, "Well, how do you know you're the ship?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm not a prisoner. I didn't board the ship as a prisoner." And they get to a ship, very familiar ship. We've seen this design before multiple times. And welcome back, Suxoid found him. And what's funny is the little I don't want to say double cross, but it lets them know that the Quintesson can't be trusted. And hey, your ship has some value. Your piece of shit ship has some value. I will trade you a ship, and you guys can get off of here because you are no value of me. I found out that there's no bounty for you two. And then the Quintesson gets a little pissed off.
Maybe it's justified. We don't like Quintessons though, right? As Transformers fans, we have to dislike them.
And so they took the deal and they head off. And then we get a little one-on-one time between our two main characters on the ship, and they're kind of trying to figure out what they're going to do when they go to the planet. It looks like they're going to Algoria. That almost looks like the decision between the two. Or no, they were going to get close to the planet, and then they were going to take their own little pods.
Yeah, that was Derek's idea. I think it's noteworthy how quickly these two characters are okay with what they found out, that, you know, they're both the same species or whatever, because it just kind of shows how neither of them are really like into this war thing. Both of them would like it to end. Neither of them are really like on board with what's going on between their peoples.
I think Darek is more to it than she is, just only because of her training and her being honor bound. She's more honor bound than he is, and I think she's
honor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll find out, but he seems like he's kind of a screw up a little bit, or at least in the eyes of people. But so yeah, they talk about their plan, and then the last panel, double cross.
Yes, betrayal is so honorable.
Yep.
So honorable. And of course, you know, they make a series that has one woman character, and they have to make her the duplicitous one. Love it so much. So
Right.
excited.
But that is how issue 3 ended. So as we start, I think that's how issue 3 ended, right? I should have put a little space in
Yeah,
between.
no, that's how
yeah,
issue
that's
3
how it ended.
ended.
So, start of issue 4, we're looking at Darek on the ground, incapacitated, but Android starts to take control and whack. We find out that Android, because the body has electrical impulses to control things through the brain, he can do some controlling while Darek is out unconscious. But the tables were turned. She's like, if I pass out or lose balance, my spear is going right through his throat. Or no, his chest, into his chest. And comes to find out, Android has a protocol that he can't endanger the body he's on, and releases his weapon.
Yep, so they lose and get captured by the Zertonians.
Yeah, so then we kind of meet, does it say the Premier Zal Alec? So this looks like the main guy in charge, like their president, their king, whatever you want to call it. And realizes Solila, I'm going to butcher that till I just say it over and over again, is the ship that is incoming because of the code she used, or the code they used. And so then there's a little bit of dialogue between both of them. You know, you double crossed me, I thought we were friends. And then this is where the title of the comic book kind of gets referenced, where she's like, friends, no. Enemies, no. But I consider you a rival.
Which is nice that they got the title in there. The relationship is in no way a rivalry, but you know, it's all right.
Maybe their clans are still at rivals, but those two are not rivals. You can tell, like, yeah, I was mentioning last night. I like the banter between these two.
Yeah, it is good. It's very movie-like. It's very cinematic. It's like
Yeah.
they're two characters in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Honestly, like they're definitely going for that vibe.
Yep. It's almost like it's being written to be put on a screen.
Oh, absolutely.
So next up, I like this screen cap because so Darek is being pushed through the crowd of the Zerorians, and like the mother and the family are just disgusted at how he looks. They don't know how he looks because he's wearing a damn suit and a helmet, but just them thinking, or what they have been brought up, programmed, you could say, on what the Algorians look like or are. The mother and the kids are disgusted.
Yep, even though if they take off his helmet, they would find out he's just another ugly humanoid like them.
Yep. So we see her talk to the name that I'm not even going to try to pronounce again. The head honcho, and they mention, what does she mention? Punishment, like she thinks she's being punished for bringing a gift, and then we just completely go to somebody else bringing a gift to our Transformer we had to throw in this comic book.
Every issue there has to be like, here's a Transformers character. This is not a Transformers series. This is a new thing, but here's a new Transformer character. So Shockwave's there. This version of Shockwave, in my opinion, is a very different character than the G1 cartoon Shockwave, but I still read him with the G1 Shockwave voice.
Yeah. Well, then
looks.
he made a comment that all the Decepticons are in stasis because the lack of Energon. So it's almost like he's a steward, keeping an eye on them till Energon, till they get some Energon, and we'll kind of get to back to Shockwave once we get pretty deep into not deep into Transformers, probably what 10 issues in, maybe, I don't remember. But anyway, so back to our main characters. So there's a little bit of a confrontation between the boss and what he thinks Salila found out on the planet when she was with Darak. And pretty much
he just realizes.
Yeah, she doesn't have much of a poker face, even though she's wearing a mask. But and then we go back to the cell where Darak and Handroid are talking back and forth about escaping, and there's a little bit of smart-ass comments back and forth between them, which is fun. You know, Handroid is dry, like to the point where, you know, like I said, I think Darak's he's just a fuck up. And then there's like a knock on the door, and they think something's going to happen. Like maybe they'll not get out, and then all of a sudden, Salila is thrown in the cell with them. And I didn't laugh out loud, but this little scene definitely brought a smile to my face. Where he's like, reminds her, "You double crossed me, and look what you got." And then, "I hate you." And then, as we round up this issue, we are walking in a deep, dark room, probably in the basement of his castle. And he makes a call, and Zalek is talking to someone we're not seeing, and he's explaining how he has a prisoner, one of your pilots, and lets them know they've seen each other's face. And then he tells them, I think it's a little bit more complicated than it's just one of your pilots. And he lets him know who the pilot is. And the reveal is he is speaking to the head Algorian, Minister Dolan. And if you do remember, he is Darak's father.
Green Boss and Orange Boss know each other.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And,
never saw that coming, did ya?
Nope, not at all. So yeah, that is how this issue ends. And guess what, guys? We get to start on Transformers next week. So next week, Transformers issue number 1 and Void Rivals issue number 5. And I was looking at
Caleb, what do you think so far with the? How are you enjoying it?
I think
you've been going through synopsis.
I think it's a good intro. Like I said, I really like the characters, the contrast between the two of them, the flirting between the two of them. Like I said, that line, "I hate you," that was just so fun. Like, it just feels like it feels like something's gonna happen between the two of them, you know?
I feel like it's a little, because of when it was published and everything, it's a little too derivative of Star-Lord and Gamora, but
yeah,
it's still a fun dynamic, even though we've seen it done a million times.
Yep. It's like, it's funny how they throw Transformers in there, though. It's like it is that issue, that one thing they got to throw something in
every time.
And I think it's part of it is because it premiered before Transformers. Like, so I was looking because we were kind of debating on this reading order, what's accurate, if it's accurate or not. And Transformers 1 came out the same month as issue 5 of Void Rivals. I didn't realize Void Rivals had that much of a start before Transformers.
And the last issue of Void Rivals I ever read was 5.
Yeah. Okay, so we're caught up.
I just stopped getting it because I was like, oh, it's time to read Transformers now. That's what I'm actually here for. This time, I'm going to actually read Void Rivals.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's the other thing that's nice. It's not like a bit of complaint, but it's just like kind of a comment we've made. These are really simple reads. So like last night during book club, I was like reading it to get screenshots to throw up and not get copyrighted, I guess. Copyright strike. on the slideshow, and like it's even just doing that, like it was really easy, you know, to pick it up. And then I actually read both issues today, like just you know, instead of like reading them piece by piece to get plot points and images. So
I think that it's a pretty enjoyable read in the trade paperback format. I think that, you know, we mentioned it before. It's a little frustrating to read month by month just because
Yeah.
there's not a lot in every issue.
yeah, and that's a good point, because I was thinking about that today. I think I'm enjoying it more because, I mean, we're reading 1 to 2 issues a week, but it's still faster than 1 to 2 issues a month. And I think that pace is better that way, especially with how the writing and how quick these books go.
And there's no need to wait, right? Like I read ahead a little this week, and it was just because I felt like it, you know. It was like I wasn't done reading yet. I wanted to read a little bit more, so I just read another issue. You know, I could. That waiting's hard when there's so little in there.
And then Stu mentioned, what did he say? I am just going through the trade paperback, bouncing around, to be damned for easier to carry. Yeah, and I did all mine digitally, so it's pretty easy for me to bounce around.
Yeah, I'm doing it with the hardcover. It's a little heavy.
Yep.
It's nothing compared to that, you know, giant release of the Marvel G1. The books are, you know, 1,200 pages.
So Zakanan is asking for a form of stop motion if we get any copyright issues for having these images on the screen. So
Well, I got enough Thundercrackers on my desk here.
Just do it that way anyways. Okay.
Let's do that anyway. Well, I've got Derek and Salula over there, so I can handle the Void Rivals parts.
Yeah, I feel like that Void Rivals, is that thing still available on Pulse? I just don't want O-ring figures.
What's wrong with them? They're nice.
Maybe in the 80s. But
they're small.
They're small. They're not small enough for that Jetfire, though.
No, they're not small enough for the Jetfire. No, because if they were small enough for the Jetfire, they'd probably be this darn thing, right?
Right.
Probably the right scale to fit in the Jetfire.
I really hope, I don't need it to be 112. It would be cool to see some 112 figures of those two characters. But I don't need it now. But as we're reading this stuff, I'm kind of like, oh man, I kind of like to have figures of these, but I don't want the O-ring ones. But
it'd be nice to see more merchandise made for Void Rivals, since it's definitely, you know, plugged into 2 giant toy franchises at least, if not more, depending on how much Hasbro stuff they bring in.
Yep.
So it would be nice to see that.
And one thing I want to let everybody know, the free comic book day from 2024 is available digitally, but the 2025 one isn't. I'm not sure which trade it's in. I think Zaldron told me, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is just get the single issue. Because like I said, I'm getting everything digital, so I'll just probably get that one on a single issue. I think I saw it for like $10 or $12 on eBay, so I'll just get that. And I'm assuming the 2024 is in one of the trades as well. But I don't think anything else will be difficult to find. And like I said last week, most of them on Amazon are like $1.70 right now, all the old previous issues. So it's a good time to get in it if you're behind, for sure.
That's a digital price, by the way, for
the
people
digital
who
price.
prefer physical.
Jedi Ben, I need the 2025 free comic book day issue. That's the only one that they don't do digitally, right? At least right now. But yeah, that's I think that's all. I mean, like it was a heavy news week. Like I had 96 slides. And like I even did a show, I did the news and review, and I had like 90 some slides on this and another 90 slides from just action figure stuff. So a lot of news this week. I don't know if like China's getting ready to prepare for Chinese New Year, so they're pumping out a lot of stuff. And you know, it's that time of year, like it's Christmas is over with, so like Hasbro and some of the other domestic stuff are showing things off now because the holidays are over with. So
well, it is that time of year. It gives Shizzy a bunch of money to get stuff before they take a break for like a whole week.
Well, Jedi Ben, maybe we can work something out. It's so yeah. Anna, do you have anything you'd like to shout out before we head on out? No projects to discuss or
No,
Instagram
I don't
stuff?
think so right now. I think I'm
Okay.
good.
Well, my long-winded promoting me. So if you could check out me, I am a lot of places. I am on YouTube on my own channel, Talib1980_collects, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch. I'm everywhere. I think I'm like 13 subs away from 1,600. So if you're not a sub to my YouTube channel, head on over to there. Check out every Tuesdays and Fridays for action and Transformer reviews. Tuesdays at 1 a.m. is the news and reviews. So a little bit after this, that'll hop on and going over a lot of the stuff that I post throughout the week. Let's see. And then Saturday nights on my channel is Men on Films, where me and the boys get together and talk movies. Last week we talked female villains. And this week I don't know what we're going to talk about, but we'll figure it out. That was Abby's selection. He wanted to talk about female villains. So, and then also you can find me on the Figure Fight Club channel, where every Monday at 10:15, me and Anna do Decepticast. And Tuesday nights open mic night. That's at 8 p.m. Anybody can join and chit chat with us. The link will be in the chat, and just have a good functioning mic, camera, and don't be a jerk. And then last but not least, Friday nights is the VIP show, where we interview anywhere from somebody in the toy community, toy development, toy photography, cosplay, and that's at 9 p.m. on Fridays. So I think Abby has a video for this week's guest.
Yeah. Listen, never pain us. Won't never crisis. You about to glide.
And yeah, so check that out this Friday. And I want to thank everybody that showed up this evening in the chat. Our Jedi Ben, Matt with 2 T's, Stu for lunch. I'm glad you got that 4.5 hour nap in. Thanks for making it almost on time. I don't blame you. If I could sleep for 4.5 hours for a nap, I'd do it. See, Toyomix Explays, Zaldron. I'm sure there's other people. HGC. I don't want to forget, but it'll probably happen. I'm just scrolling through real fast, but KJ Smith. So yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Good night. Peace.
Good night.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.